Hi, are you in your 40s, your 50s, even your 60s? Let me tell you, you are never too late to start to ride. I'll tell you why. Hello, welcome everyone. This is Moto Dean saying why you are never too old to start to ride. I'll give you 5 good reasons why you should start to ride, even if in your 40s, your 50s, even in your 60s. So, reason number 1. First reason. The first reason why you should start riding is that most people like us, like you, ride early in the mornings, weekend mornings, and the fresh air would do you good. You are one with nature. You feel the wind, the breeze, and of course, whatever country you ride, all depends on the air quality, but generally on weekends, less smog, less pollution, less traffic. And therefore, if whatever you ride, whether it be a scooter, a Vespa, adventure bike, even a sports bike, well, let me give you some thoughts on that sports bike later on. It gives you feel the wind in your face. Of course, you have to have a helmet. Well, maybe the wind on your chest, and it's a great feeling when you're in your 40s, your 50s, and maybe in your 60s. You need the fresh air. You need the morning air. You need the morning sun. The morning sun to keep your vitamin D and your vitamin M for motorcycle. So this is why you should need to ride. That's reason number 1. Fresh air would do you good. Reason number 2, and this is what is the motivation. It keeps you excited for a weekend, or keeps you excited for a ride. So, you know, it's like the old Loverboy song. Hey, we're showing our age now. You know, working for the weekend. Right, you know, we do the grind. We meet those deadlines. We do the reports. All waiting for Saturday or Sunday. Hoping the weather is good. And we get out on the bike and ride. No matter how short, whether it be 5 miles, 5K, 20K, 100 miles, 100 miles. So each one, it excites you. It motivates you. You get to, you know, of course, with whatever age you are, you're going to probably be in a senior manager or project manager, or you're used to given tasks. Well, you can give yourself a task or some tasks. Planning the ride, planning the routes, planning or inviting friends. You know, where to go, where to ride, what road to choose, what restaurant to choose. You know, you gotta, you know, the end goal always in a ride, well, 95% is always to end up to eat, whether it be a breakfast ride, a lunch ride, or maybe even a late night dinner ride. And my advice is, you know, eating is a part of riding. And if I were you guys, and you help support local shops. Not that I hate Starbucks or I'm against Starbucks, but you know they are kind of evil. You want to support the local shops, local coffee shops, local restaurants, the mom and pops, the brick and mortar. You gotta support these guys because, you know, they put up the money, they put up, and they're working on the Saturday, Sunday morning for you to get there. So they're making an effort, so support them. So again, the number 2 reason is to keep you focused for the weekend rides. And when you get to that weekend ride, that restaurant, that coffee shop, support the local shops. You know, Starbucks feed their CEOs, local shops feed their household pets. And we all want that, right? All right, so you know that you better have, it keeps you motivated for the weekend. You know, you want to get the ride. And that's one of the good reasons why you should start riding, you know. 3 is that riding, you meet new friends, and there's great camaraderie among the riders. And 100, I bet you 99.9% wherever you ride, you will meet somebody new. You know, wherever you are, wherever you go, if you're at a restaurant or a coffee shop, the minute they see your helmet, well, the minute they see your bike or your helmet or even your boots, your shoes, it's a telltale sign that you're a rider. They're gonna strike a conversation, and you know, you have a common, you have a common like, you have a common hobby, you have a common interest in the bike, and you can start talking about your adventures, the bike itself, and I'm sure you ride 1 week, you will meet 5 new friends, and you will be invited to join bike groups depending on the brand, depending on the model, depending on your location, even depending on your age. There are groups out there, and they're a great source of connections, networking, if you will. Bottom line, it's a great source of friendship. And I have great friends. I have several groups that I'm part of, not officially, or there's nothing official about it. And it's a cross section of brands, bikes, interests, locations. So it's a way, it's another venue if you're a businessman. It's a great place to expand your network. So that's a good reason. All right, we are now at reason number 4. Now, reason number 4 is focus. It is focus. Why is it focus? So I'm sure when you go drive your cars or you do your work, you're focused. You're on a goal. You need to achieve something. You need to get to that goal, get to that end of the line, the project. Well, for motorcycles, the focus is, imagine this. I'm here on a motorcycle, and my throttle, the gas, is controlled by my right hand. The brake is also controlled by my right hand, and so as well as the foot brake. So the front brake is controlled by my right hand. The rear brake is controlled by my right foot. And depending on whether you drive an automatic or manual like this, if it's manual, the left hand right here, see, operates the clutch, and my left foot operates the gear. And it has a weird gear mechanism. It's not what you're used to in the cars. So it's, first gear is 1 up, and then 1 down, and everything's up. So this is 6 gears, so it's 1 down, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, until you get to the 6th gear. And the focus there is that, aside from being focused on the environment, the traffic, as you can see, I'm seeing everything here. My hands, my feet, there is great eye, hand, foot coordination. So that's the focus there. At the same time, your hands, are focused, your feet are focused, and of course your eyes and your mind, you're focused on the ride. So that gives you a purpose, and that focus is what drives us, bikers, to go. I mean, imagine being in control, having your hands set the speed, having your hands set the direction. And so that focus is at the what's the word, mature age, the mature age of the 40s and up. That focus will motivate you to do other things. The focus you get from riding will also give you the focus of whatever you're doing, a hobby, gardening, carpentry, woodworking at home, even at work. The focus that you get from riding will be present in your life, in your work. So that's the 4th reason why you're at your age and you're listening to me. Start to ride. Get a bike, even a scooter, Right. The 5th reason why you should start riding in your 40s and up is that it is one of the best ways to relieve stress. One of the best ways to relieve stress. Combine the tip number 2, working for the weekend, and tip number 4, wherein you have to have focus. That relieves, it makes, I'm not saying the problems will go away at home, at work, but even for that ride that you have, you will be focused on everything but the problems, but the stress. It's great. I mean, even if you weren't riding, I'm sure there is a hobby, there is a sport, whether it be golf, tennis, pickleball, you know, that keeps you focused, that keeps you motivated, and the riding itself also does that. So that's reason number 5. It's a great stress. I'll make another video on why the pros outweigh the cons of riding. There are cons. There are what's the word? There are factors that mitigate the joy of riding, and they are minimal compared to the joy, the justifying conditions why you should ride in your 40s, 50s, and even your 60s. So ride safe, guys, and if you do want to start riding, you know, YouTube is a great source of information on what to get. I'm sure you've got friends. You know, go wake up in the weekend mornings, go to the coffee shop, go to a place where bikers hang out, and strike up a conversation. Say you're interested in riding, and I'm sure these guys will give you unsolicited advice. You know, take what they say, but remember, do your own research. Pick the bike where you're most comfortable, especially your first big bike. Pick where you're most comfortable riding, and before that, take a course wherever it is, a riding academy, MSF in the US. Learn how to ride, especially if it's going to be a manual. And so it's safe, and also safety first, guys. You know, when you get to ride, buy the proper gear. At the very least, get a helmet. You need a helmet. I'm an advocate for safety, so I'm wearing a motorcycle jacket, I'm wearing motorcycle boots, you know, gloves. So please, if you get to do riding, aside from the advantages or reasons why you should ride, we should really get the proper gear. Alright, remember guys, it's Moto Dean saying, it's not what you know, it's what they don't know. Ride safe, guys.